I was born in Costa Rica. Both of my parents are Taiwanese. They migrated maybe 45 years ago. I had a U.S. curriculum from primary school to high school. Learned Spanish and learned the culture of the Costa Rican.
Amazing.
And had Taiwanese parents, so there's
a lot going on there.
There's a lot going on. So I moved to Taipei around end of 2013. Moved to Taipei, started learning Mandarin because I finally realized the importance of it. I have no regrets of the experience that I went through, because it's kind of made me into a better person in Taiwan. Like, there's still things I need to work through, but yeah, I'm slowly integrating myself with the family here. As the language is getting better, it's...
Cole Fogel here. Today I am with, what's your name, sir?
Hi, I'm Daniel. Nice to meet you. I'm from Costa Rica.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I was born in Costa Rica. Both of my parents are Taiwanese. They migrated maybe 45 years ago.
What part of Taiwan are your parents from originally?
They're actually both from Kaohsiung.
Oh, they're Kaohsiungren. Oh, cool.
Yep.
And what area of Kaohsiung do you live in?
I live with my aunt currently.
Okay, which is?
In Santo.
Oh, in Santo.
There's a nice night market there.
So being a Costa Rican boy, but with a Taiwanese background, what taste do you have for the food in the night market? Like, what do you enjoy, like, when you go to the night market? Like, as far as, like, do you have a favorite food there?
Sounds funny. Actually, it's because my mom made these kind of delicacies. The Chinese sausage and the zongzi, the rice dumpling.
Which is funny because you're doing Dragon Boat currently.
Yeah.
And zongzi is very much a part of that tradition.
Yeah. And my mom actually, she did the whole process by hand, wrapping the sticky rice.
Why did your mom and dad 45 years ago move to Costa Rica? Why did they choose Costa Rica?
I think it was mostly because of my dad. So it was my dad and my two aunts. There's one in Vancouver and the other one's in Orange County.
Oh, the three siblings
and,
moved to America, Canada, and Costa Rica.
Yeah. From what I heard from him is that he was checking out which places he wanted to stay. He stopped by Colombia, met some Taiwanese people in Costa Rica, and decided to settle. Go back home and go back to Taiwan, come back here to Kaohsiung and bring back my mom. I think the most impressive part is, well, I guess it's pretty common with the generations back then. Is they didn't know the language. They didn't know Spanish.
Of course, yeah.
They didn't go to school. It was all from the street that they learned the language.
Were they already speaking English?
No, not even English, just all Mandarin.
Okay, so if they had ended up in Canada, it would have been a challenge just the same.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't matter where, they were still going to struggle with language.
Yeah.
So how old was your dad at this point when he made this move with your mom to Costa Rica?
I think he was in his early 30s.
Oh. How is their Spanish now, 45 years later?
Oh, I mean, they still have an accent.
Yeah.
But you understand everything they say.
Oh, they're fluent now.
They're pretty fluent, and the people they work with, they understand.
What do they do for work?
So we have we do grocery bags, plastic, so it's.
Oh, you manufacture the bags?
Yeah.
Have they ever had the desire to move back? Did they ever have the desire to retire here, or are they happy and settled in Costa Rica?
My mom is pretty happy and settled in Costa Rica.
Oh.
My dad, I think he has family here and got a huge responsibility of being the provider of the family.
Understandable, yeah. What was life like growing up in Costa Rica?
Costa Rica, the size is slightly bigger than Taiwan. It's a coast. But it's less inhabited, so there's more to see over there. We have one of the most abundant species of birds in just that little area.
Oh, cool.
In the world.
What's the school day like? Is it a shorter day or a longer day? Because we know what school is like in Taiwan is quite demanding.
Yeah, I think it was, I followed a U.S. curriculum, so I woke up I had to go to class from 8 a.m. and then finish at 3. And then if there are extracurricular sports.
So there's no bushy band, obviously. And
no bushy band. Yeah, it was quite. I was born in Costa Rica, and nobody spoke Mandarin over there.
Of course, yeah.
So my parents, having been used to the bushy band, they wanted me to go to class on a Saturday, and I'm like, why do I need?
You mean you could have done that to learn Mandarin?
Yeah. Well, we did that.
But they
saw that it wasn't working out, so.
what kind of when you say extracurricular? So when you were finished the school day, what kind of stuff were you doing?
It was mostly sports. Costa Rica is a very good soccer. A lot of golf too, actually.
Oh, golf. Okay, cool.
I think my dad, because he has the Taiwanese influence.
Oh, yeah.
It's golf is for those that not very familiar with it. It's a very meditative sport. You have to have a very
It's slow.
calm Zen mind to be able to. Yeah, it's 4 hours of play, and I was kind of like Happy Gilmore, kind of angry kid. And because of that, I wasn't a good golfer. So over the years, I've learned meditation.
Oh, okay. How old were you when you came to Taiwan the first time? Did you come here to visit at any point as a child?
They brought me to Taiwan at a very young age. I think I was 1 and 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
For like a year and a half. I think they say at those younger ages, the sponge, and then they kind of wanted to have a little bit more of a nation culture for me.
Now that you're living here, does it feel more like home than that of a foreigner that comes here that doesn't have the Taiwanese background? Or do you very much feel like a foreigner?
I think I feel pretty at peace.
Yeah.
I want to say. And it's more, I'm still a foreigner here.
Yeah.
Because of, I have come from abroad background.
Yeah.
But I feel more whole because I'm starting to recognize that, I had a U.S. curriculum from primary school to high school.
Yeah.
Learned Spanish and learned the culture of the Costa Rican.
Amazing.
And had Taiwanese parents, so there's
a lot going on there.
There's a lot going on
so
there.
It's like you have an American vibe, you have a Costa Rican vibe, you have a Taiwanese vibe.
Yeah.
How old were you when you decided to move here, and why did you decide to move here?
So I moved to Taipei around end of 2013. Moved to Taipei, started learning Mandarin because I finally realized the importance of it.
So why Taipei though? Because you thought that was a good place to learn the Mandarin? Or?
I think because I wanted to feel at home still, so I wanted that international vibe still. Kaohsiung has more of a Costa Rican pace. It's more relaxing here. Within those years, I ran a marathon. I ran up the Taipei 101, and I did 3 good seasons of Dragon Boat, and I also practiced CrossFit. Those were my most physically active days.
Cool.
Sports was always my thing.
So you were doing Dragon Boat way back then as well?
I was doing Dragon Boat. I was in the university team, the Sita National Taiwan Normal University. Black Tide, I was in the founding member, one of the founding members.
What's Black Tide?
It's
Something
the
to do with
international
water?
team in Taipei. Dragon Boat
the
international
Dragon Boat team.
Yeah.
Black Tide. Oh, cool.
They're still paddling over there. Those were the busiest times of my life.
And then what happened? You moved back to Costa Rica.
That time I had a girlfriend.
A Costa Rican girlfriend.
She's
Taiwanese.
Panamanian.
Girlfriend,
I came all the way to Taiwan to meet a Panamanian.
Oh, you met her here?
Yeah.
And then how long were you guys together?
We got married.
Oh, you got married. Okay. And then was that whole marriage in Taiwan?
In Costa Rica.
In Costa Rica. Okay.
Yeah.
Kids or no kids?
A dog.
A dog?
No kids.
I mean, because you're not together anymore, I gather.
Yeah.
That it's probably easier that you didn't have children.
Yeah.
How many years were you married for?
3 years. So in total, we were 3 years together around in Taiwan, I would want to say, and then Costa Rica, we spent another 3 years.
So 6 years you were with this woman.
Pandemic affected us a lot too.
The relationship.
Yeah.
Mean. So you were in Costa Rica for the pandemic during that time?
Yes.
And then it put wear and tear on the relationship, it sounds like.
I think the belief system got divided.
I gotcha. Okay.
I'll just be brutally honest. I wasn't mature enough to be in a marriage.
A lot of men probably can relate to that.
Yeah, and I think it was mostly because I didn't want to give up my passion. Is probably a big reason why. But I wasn't prioritizing the finances. So career-wise, she was more successful, and she was taking she was working with my family too. So
I gotcha. Ooh, that's complicated then. Are they still working together or?
No. She loves Costa Rica,
yeah.
so she's still there. She's got her life there.
That must have been like hard though, like 6 years together. I imagine it wasn't an easy divorce, emotionally, I mean.
Yeah. After we got divorced, we were still sharing custody of the dog.
Hello, I thought you were going to say kid, but dog.
golden retriever.
Yeah.
I still have
Beautiful dogs.
feelings for him.
What's the dog's name?
Spock.
Spock. Spock. So Star Trek fans?
Yeah.
Married, divorced, pandemic. So what year did you move back to Taiwan? What year was that? That was
2023.
2023. Yeah, that was when Taiwan opened up again. Well,
I was actually quite lucky because I didn't know this, but supposedly if I had delayed the coming back here,
Yeah.
I would have had to
like a
serve
10
the army.
serve the army.
Yeah. It's a
Even
whole-
though you were born and raised in Costa Rica, you're still Taiwanese. You have a
Well, 'cause I got the
citizenship.
citizenship,
Yeah, you got the
yeah.
citizenship. Although the language might have been a challenge,
I think I would still. I mean, I'm slowly integrating myself with the locals here.
Yeah, because you are physically fit and like to train. That the army might have been like an actual experience.
I would actually consider doing it here. But yeah, I'm slowly integrating myself with the family here.
Yeah.
As the language is getting better, it's
Do they
getting
help?
easier and easier. Oh yeah, I don't
Like-
want them to help. I want to, they do too much for me.
No. I mean, do they help with the language? Meaning, like, do they force you to speak Mandarin?
Oh no, they're very patient with me. Actually,
okay.
They understand that.
Yeah. Do
They
speak
see
English?
it. They see it. No, zero
Or
English,
Spanish?
zero Spanish. Actually, the young ones speak English.
Yeah.
Well, they learn from the school.
Yeah,
but
of course.
I think,
Yeah.
But
Or
actually,
Google
they
Translate.
explain it to me in Mandarin as slow and yeah, Google Translate.
This move that you did up until now, what's been the hardest part?
So the Kaohsiung culture it's more traditional over here, I would say.
Different, yeah.
The slower paced environment, having been used to Taipei and just being busy and going back to studying as being an older age and taking up language after a 5-year break.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much you can lose very quickly.
I respect you, though, for making an effort with it. I need to make more effort with language.
I think baby steps is the way to
Baby
go.
steps, yeah. If you just do a little bit every day.
Yeah.
We all have different values that we live by. Do you have any personal values that you live by?
Being genuine and honest. It's a hard thing to do, but because there's different cultures and it can be misinterpreted and everything.
How do you define happiness?
I think for me, it's being at peace with who I am. Gratitude.
And that's a really important one for me.
Yeah, that's a big one for me too. When I was in Costa Rica, I was, I'm the youngest child, so I'm known to be the most spoiled one. And the moment I knew I started to understand gratitude, I was very depressed. It was definitely after the divorce. My dog wasn't with me. I was looking at a banana tree, and normally that's something I took for granted. And a tear came out of my eye.
Oh, you had like a moment with the banana tree.
Yeah.
No, I get you.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. It makes you really have a gratitude for existence.
The whole process that I went through, I have no regrets of the experience that I went through, because it's kind of made me into a better person in Taiwan. Like, there's still things I need to work through.
Yeah, but I mean, suffering is part of life. If you never knew suffering, you would never know joy, right? I mean, it sounds cheesy or cliche, but
yeah, I understand that now. I think through the divorce, through my passion that I'm trying to turn into a career.
What's your passion?
Right now, I'm actually practicing a program called Functional Patterns.
Oh, cool.
So I'll eventually end up
like
teaching
physical
that.
movement and stuff.
It's physical movement.
Cool.
More focused on the spine and the hips, the alignment of that through movement.
Oh, I love it, because I think people need that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, kids today with their phones, like, we're getting neck problems and stuff like that. I feel like you seem like a pretty, you mentioned gratitude, a pretty positive human being, and I'm sure you go through good and bad times, but what do you do to balance yourself emotionally?
Oh, well, for me, I'm the type of person that spends a lot of time in the mind.
Yeah.
So I space out a lot. So sometimes when there's long conversations, I actually don't notice it, or I try, I could change the subject. So just being present and understanding that, I have to communicate. Yeah, exactly. Be present. There's a book by Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now.
For me, it
It's a
was The
very
New
good one.
Earth was the one that was moving to me, but
That's
both
also-
great books. Yeah.
It's the same author.
Same author, yeah.
So I actually paid for his online course,
Oh.
and
Oh.
he talks very slowly.
Yes, he does
So-
speak very slowly like this.
Yes, that's a pretty good impression. But yeah, I ended up buying the book, and
Yeah.
then the book was a little bit easier for me.
So did it open your mind?
Oh yeah, and it's the process is not it's not instant. It's not like you
No.
read it and then you.
Well, he
It's-
even says at the beginning of the
Yeah.
book, some of you may get nothing from this, and some of you, it might like shift your life entirely. It depends on where you're at.
I
Yeah.
think I reread it 3 years after. It's like, oh, I finally made this stuff.
Rereading a book like that really lets you know where you're at spiritually or mindfully. So do you meditate daily or try to meditate daily?
Yeah, it began when I was feeling not good, but now it's becoming slowly becoming more and more regular. Like this week, I think I did 3 or 4 meditations.
And what about like breath work?
Breath work is very important. Breath alone is a very powerful tool.
I really appreciate our talk. You remind me so much of my brother, like a young version of my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Because my sister's married to a I guess his family's from Hong Kong originally, but he's Canadian, dude.
Okay.
Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. And
Peace. Pura vida.
Pura vida. Yeah.